That's something we talked about a little bit earlier on in the cast is TL just buying their new team into the league and G2 kind of being one of the only established ones. I do know that Fnatic has mentioned that they're going to be picking up a team, but likely not until Q4 of 2020 or early 2021. So a lot of these teams, this is an indirect scouting grounds for a lot of these high-level players, and you could expect people like Zypan to be just picked up or to be, possibly this whole roster to be somebody that they could look at.
And Zypan go kill. Some people were saying best squad in Europe, but actually Project SW holding pretty close to them. Dawn starts things off, and Hardest with the grenade kill. Things are looking good here for the defense, not even taking any damage yet. And Zypan go kill. We'll get that overlay up in just a moment. As Angel walks through Garage here, tries to take out the Cypher cam. Shadow Lulz goes down elsewhere, and it's a 5v2 lead.
That it is, and Project SW, if you want to be first to the punch, definitely the way to do it. If Hardest is going to find him there, not enough HP to win out on that duel in the end. Hardest finding 3 in the round, and definitely, this is one of the maps that I feel like perception has kind of changed, but if I'm not mistaken, T-side is kind of the general assumption of favor for this map. So if SW can find a couple consecutive rounds off of this pistol round and just manage their eco going forward, putting a bit of pressure on Zypan to perform on the offensive side, it's a great way to start things off.
I hear you on the T-sided, but honestly, I feel like all the maps are still slightly CT favored just because this map specifically, like, A short has so many corners you have to clear. You can literally pick a new corner every single round of the game and hold those lines, and it's very difficult to break in my opinion. But pro play, I would love to see, Liquipedia conglomerate statistics across all these competitive events, and attackers here still trying to figure out their entry angles. Cypher has moved in closely on A short, but again, you see him checking every single corner, and they're so deep, there could definitely be a defender there.
Yeah, there definitely could, but right now the two are just holding on to A site main. The sonar arrow is going to spot them up, so the aggression is known. T-Sag going to be swinging around there, finds 2, but drops down immediately. That's going to be Project SW. They will get the site win, and they will have 3-2 advantage. As a Raze nade is going to fly in, do a little bit of damage over the wall. Shadow Lulz is caught out with a bit of utility. And now the last remaining member of Zypan. Meadow's not going to be long for this world. That's going to be a, honestly, clean site win for Project SW.
And they do manage to get that done there on the defense after getting the first 2 opening frags. So keeping a grip on the defense. Now you see the attackers all buying their phantoms. You can see just through the walls there, tons of ARs in hand for both sides. 2-0 lead for Project SW. Again, this momentum's still favoring them because they did just win that map after being down 10-2. Now being up 2-0 is a refresher for them.
Right, you want that kind of breathing room after the kind of game that you just came out of. So if Zypan go kill have awakened the beast, you're going to need to put it back to sleep here pretty soon. Project SW swinging out here, pushing in hard. They're gonna find Xiao, but he's gonna be the one to open up the frag there. He should just be able to grab up that AR in relative safety, while the rest of the team is pushing in onto B.
Oh, T-Sag finding a kill there, headshot. Does take down Angel. B site is going to be the option for the Spike carrier, but they are going to be pinched here from both sides momentarily as that smoke clears. Breach going to launch the flash, slow down Omen's progress, coming toward them, but the showstopper, there's always a showstopper somewhere. Dawn scooping a couple of kills, so the rocket doesn't connect, but it doesn't matter. 3 rounds in a row, 4 players surviving. Project SW hitting their stride, keeping the ball rolling, and Zypan go kill. Suddenly, huge disadvantage. They just lost all their ARs and 4 people lived.
Right, and Hardest kind of doing his Zypan impression from the first half, or from the first game rather. 6-0, no assists. He's just kind of self-sufficient fragging for this team. And this is a great position to be in for Project, where you're holding down your defense solid. You're going to be able to, if all things go accordingly, grab up another round here, and if you're Zypan go kill, you're really looking to try and make the same mark that you were in the last game. Did you lose your mojo? You don't want it going down like this, but Artis has other things to say about where this match is going to be going. They fire through the walls here. Hardest is going to find one. Will he just issue the challenge on all of them? No, Shadow's going to find him through the smoke.
And the Sheriff, yeah, headshot even. 2 attackers remain against 3 defenders. You can hear those long-range sniper shots coming through, but does not connect just yet. Meadow now back in mid, looking at window, just making sure Cypher doesn't rotate from A on defense. B is open, but not really open, right? Kagasi with the op is a formidable wall to get through here, especially with the Sova information gathering here. Recon Bolt destroyed, so he knows somebody's nearby, and they can just watch that area. Cypher has not left A, so he's got his camera, trips, traps, etc. He's just going to be staring them down, whichever angle they come in here.
Yeah, and popping that little tripwire there, you can see the rotation already coming out. He knows people are onto him. They'll see that fault line as well, so Omen's still not quite rotating until he sees all of them, and it will mean this is a 2v2. But T-Sack finding that first opening frag. You have 2 HP and a Vandal, but is that enough to make dreams happen?
Time's
not
running
quite.
out. No chance.
Yeah, backing
to
out
plant.
with 10 seconds on the clock. Just going to save the Vandal for now.
And I love the blue dragon that we see here from Shadow Lulz. The skins are actually ridiculous.
Cool quality skin line, and I love that they were able to make all of them different colors to kind of give a little bit of unique dragon aspects. The blue eyes, if you are so inclined to old school children's card games. That being said, Project SW quite inclined to be pulling away with this one. They'll have to overcome one more gun round from Zypan, but
nice. It just looks so
still
ridiculous.
Available to them.
The Op Dragon looks ridiculous. Actually, the Vandal as well. But as we zoom around the map here, you can see the defensive positionings here. Omen is actually holding close on B long, but it's not going to be a B press this time. It's actually split between mid and A positions here. So Sage and Cypher should definitely be able to hold on to A long enough for a rotation. They've got the best utility to stall out a team. B is wide open. Omen smoked it not knowing that. So he's going to obviously just eat up some of the clock there, trying to see if anyone's manning it. And Hardest over at the B doors gets the first kill. There's a trade now. T-Sack goes down, and Sage still around, able to call that out.
Right, and I think one of the hard things for Zypan, hold on one second, Hardest, speaking of hard things, is looking to make Xiao's life a little bit more difficult.
Cover going out.
It's now going to go to 3-3, but what I was just going to mention is Zypan did not opt into taking a Sage onto Haven, so taking B as a site is a lot harder because you can't just wall off half the site and, you know, force the angles in your favor where you can give attention as you need, but Kagasi is going to get traded back out there by Angel. They might be able to stick the plant here, but Dawn's sneaking in. Angel's going to find him out before he can come to pass here. Now Cole Dementa, last remaining member. That's a little bit of money, so he can try to make this work if he really wants to, but Zypan Go Kill might be looking down the barrel of their first round.
Obviously, the 2v1 situation means both angles are going to be covered, whether it's Garage or CT. But that's a deep corner again. Angel just lying in wait. That's 4 kills for Angel that round. Huge props to him. Getting Zypan Go Kill on the board with those shots. And as it's 4-1 now, defense obviously still have the cash saved up. They're able to rebuy fully. The attacking team still only had 2 people survive that round, but they are fully AR'd and shielded regardless. They're just a little bit low on the reserves. Actually, both sides low on the reserves, so this will be a very, very important round. Hardest looking spicy, 11-2 KDA in the first 5 rounds.
Yeah, he definitely came back with vengeance into this round, as now a lot of noise and commotion given over to the B lane here. Gonna force Hardest back into Garage for now, as they're just kind of nothing that really is looking to stick, just kind of peppering the area, trying to draw people into B. While the bomb isn't even picked up yet, they have all the options to be able to rotate. And I think definitely now pivoting back over to the A-bomb site, they're going to have to look at this Cypher again.
Cypher
And this is sort of what you were talking about, where Cypher gets the advantage of just so much angles that you have to peek. On top of that, you're looking out for tripwires. There's so much to be looking out for, and SW might be onto their A push.
So Breach launches the ultimate, tries to give the signal to charge here, but they are charging 4 into 5, and there is T-Sack just scooping up the kills. 2 for him. Showstopper collecting 1. Dawn getting on the board as well, spreading the wealth here. Flawless defensive round, 5-1, and I said just moments ago this was a super important one because the cash was low on both sides. Now we're going to see the result of that on the attacking side. Down 5-1 and no cash to spare. Bulldogs, half shields, pistols. We'll see what they end up with as the buy completes here, but Project SW have to be feeling this momentum still after those last 2 very rough starts, now actually having a 4-round lead for the first time in this series. They need to just clutch it as close as they can. And Sage here playing B solo mid, just going to wall it off, head on over to A to support there. Omen shooting down the wall quickly. This could actually be their first, strong push into B.
Right, and the nice thing, although Zypen are behind on the eco, is that if you get a couple opening frags, they have 4 out of their 5 ultimates. But as I say, opening frags, hardest looking to be the one to claim that one there. Kagasi just pokes his head in, finds 1 onto Angel. And of course, this isn't really a round you expect to win if you're Zypen go kill, but definitely would like to get at least 1 kill with the money you invested.
Dawn finds a headshot. That's suddenly a 5v2. Sova takes a ton of damage as well, but gets the follow-up pop from Shadow Lol. And suddenly Sova on his lonesome. What's he going to do with this spike at B doors?
I don't imagine a whole lot with 30 HP on him, and Kagasi going to be knocking him down to size. And now it should be a full buy coming out from Zypen. You have 4 ultimates. You have everything. That's all you can really ask for. You might want an op as well, but unfortunately, desperate times call for desperate measures, and SW are kind of flipping the script from earlier, 6-1. So we're going into round 8 here. Zypen really need to use these abilities, use these ultimates, and try to find value, because slowly but surely, well, actually, not even slowly, rapidly, they're starting to get this match slipping away from them.
6-1 is a stat line. If you just joined us, you'd say, oh, Project SW is owning Zypen go kill, but we've seen the previous games. Kagasi is actually an op god, so that is not surprising to see him get that opening kill, but Zypen go kill just have a tough climb ahead of them. Cannot seem to break through any of these sites on Haven. Project SW just locking it down. Sage on B, Cypher on A. They're not even attempting C because it's just such a hike to get down that long hallway. And Angel here tossing some cover has been a shining spot for Zypen go kill. He had that 4K earlier in their 1 successful round, but still struggling here as time ticks down.
Right, and we're cresting into 55 seconds. Meadows trying to make his way up, but gets spotted out. Won't cause any immediate rotations. This is just the Cypher. He's kind of been the lurker so far, but the rest of Zypen go kill making their way in. Angel bolting under Heaven here. I like this play, and what will he be able to capitalize? That's a huge flashbang, gonna force T-Sack gets smoked off, but he will force a Sova backwards, who uses a Hunter's Fury. Gonna find 1 on a Shadow Lows. Will he find the second? He will. Zypen gonna go down as the Hunter's bow will strike true.
This Sova play is so good. He was playing Jet earlier in the day, but 4-piece now for Kagasi between the ultimate and the op shots. Suddenly, it's going to be a simple enough retake. That's 5 kills for Kagasi in a single round, showing up the Omen on the other team with his 4K. That's just incredible. Now 7-1, super solid defense, impenetrable. Zypen go kill. This is a tale of 2 halves, basically, right? Like, they started the series really 23-2, and now suddenly just slipping away in the last 20 rounds. They barely won any.
Yeah, and Kagasi has just been absolutely on fire, and like you mentioned, watching him make this pivot over but still find a lot of success on a new champ, it's amazing to me that this is like the 3rd ace we've seen, and it's been alternating which team is grabbing it every time. Just Zypen, though, 0-8, has really been struggling to find his groove in this kind of game. When he was popping off, we saw how hard he went on the first game, where he was like 8-0 at one point. He was shredding everyone. Now it's Hardest who's just kind of shredding everyone running into Garage. You're thinking about pushing through this smoke. They're going to swing out on him. He's going to find the first win. Flashback to stunt that advance. He's going to find the third there on a Xiao. Swaps weapon because he wants to keep going. Swinging out here. Finds with the fourth one. Will he find the fifth?
Oh
Four
my
bullets left. He will.
goodness.
An ace from Hardest there. What a beautiful play.
Back-to-back 5 pieces for 2 different members of Project SW. They are stunting right now. 19-3, giving Zypan a run for his money on best KD. 5-1 is actually pretty solid too from Dawn. Not gonna lie, only dying 1 time in 9 rounds is pretty darn impressive. And Project SW, I see now that the overlay has the scores, so I'll remove those. But
oh, this is
8-1.
This
crazy.
is some insanity in this game. Project SW, that should almost never happen. Hardest should not be feeling himself so hard that he is like, yeah, we got smacked by this team game 1, but I'm just gonna go out. I'm just going to ego chow 1 by 1 until I knock down all 5 members of Zypan Go Kill. And like, as it stands, he was able to pull it off anyway. So prove me wrong all the more often, Project SW. If you're looking to just kind of stunt on this game, you're definitely doing just that at the start.
Yeah, 19-3. Just, I mean, look at the rest of the other team only has 11 kills total. Hardest has 19. Like, that's actually ridiculous. But Angel has reconnected now, so everything should be progressing. Make sure he's good to go as he hopefully buys a gun. But right now,
yeah,
it's still in the pause.
I think they're waiting for the unpause to get to buy. But all of that being said, now I don't know what to expect. As game 1, complete roll. Game 2, we thought it was going to be kind of a roll, but then it immediately pivots on its head, and Project SW come all the way back through a nail biter overtime, double overtime, in fact. And then in this game, you're looking at Project SW. They're the ones leading the charge now. Is Zypan Go Kill going to be able to pull all the way back like they did, like SW did against them? Or are we seeing them kind of dead in the water?
They're only 5 rounds away now. Project SW had a hard fight to get here, and after that 13-1, they turned it on. They basically said, obviously, we can't have all our hard work go unrewarded. Now they are looking phenomenal, with Kagasi just popping off, followed by Hardest popping off. It's now Zypan Go Kill just on the back foot. Kagasi not going to land that op shot, unfortunately. Does take a lot of return fire. Spike is down B mid area, and they are just looking for that opening frag. Cypher actually has moved all the way over to C as they realize he can just trap it up, and they have not been going C at all. But as the attackers inch forward, some utility getting committed, still just trying to gain information. Defense is a solid net. You can see 1 player in every position, essentially.
Right, and all of the angles that they're holding give them enough room to play defense. They're playing this map to a T, where you can just get enough information, you can back away, and then just wait for your team to rotate. That's kind of how you have to play the map, but in the past couple rounds, Project SW hasn't even needed to back up and rotate. They've just been taking it to them at every opportunity that they see. Now the execute is going to come out onto the C bomb site. Zypan's going to be flying in. You have a rocket launcher. This is where you'd want to get your first kill if you can, but Angel and Dawn are going to be the ones trading it out. Dawn going to find 2 before he's taken down in the end. It's going to be a 3 for 3. Project SW and Zypan Go still have all equal members, but the Hunter's Fury should buy enough space to at least get the bomb down, as Zypan is going to start this round off.
They do get the plant. They've got pretty good coverage on site, but the fact is, again, it's 3v3. Sage is standing here on the side of the defense. There's a rocket. There's a showstopper, and here it is. Gonna come right out on top of the Cypher. Explosion complete. 4v1 now as the res gets committed now, and Sova gets headshot from long range. Dawn getting a triple for himself. He says Hardest and Kagasi are not the only ones who can get these multi-kills. We've seen it out of every member of Project SW today. T-Sac specifically just getting double after double. Lots of triples occasionally as well. So 9-1 is your scoreline. What a brutal start now for Zypan Go Kill to try to fight their way back. They're out of cash. This is a sort of full buy. They don't actually have full armor across the board. They're just trying to hang in there, while Kagasi just opping to a 10-2 scoreline. Hardest already 20 kills in the first 10 rounds.
Yeah, and it's just been just what a show it has been from Project SW and just, I mean, it's so hard for my heart because I don't want to have too much faith in SW right now, as we've seen leads like this deteriorate so quickly. But as it stands right now, they are just looking solid. They're just looking like the team that should be going in for this qualified spot. As a nade is going to land onto ZypenGoKill, going to deal a little bit of damage.
Zypen on the board.
Finally opening up here, finds the kill onto Koldamenta. It's the ultimate from Dawn.
Zypen was struggling to find a kill. Finally does find one as they move through B Garage. There's actually 2 players in the hallway here. Kagasi finds Angel, but Zypen answers right back against Hardest. T-Sack gets one before Kagasi falls. It's just bodies dropping on both sides. 2 defenders remain. Omen's going to launch some utility at C long, but does not actually need it. Enemies revealed here as well, so I think ZypenGoKill should be able to hang on long enough. It's going to come down, of course, to these headshots. Xiao finds the first one, Dawn finds the second one, Meadow cleans it up, though, and that is finally another successful attacking round. 9-2 now, but we know the defenders have tons of cash to fall back on, and they're going to go right back business as usual.
Right, and that was a close one. Even Dawn almost clutching that all the way back up, but ZypenGoKill onto their second win and have an okay buy. It's not desirable. Of course you would like full armor, but like in the last half, desperate times. And they don't, and this is the last round before half, so they have to spend everything they got. And if you're ZypenGoKill, finishing this at a 9-3 is all you can desire, but not gonna be able to find the kill to start that one up there.
Unfortunate. He looked like he had the crosshair dead on and just barely missed it. Angel moving in now with the Boombot, trying to find a kill on either side. You can hear it reacting to Cypher. Breach is actually going to be falling extremely low, does eventually fall now. 4v3 advantage for the defenders. Omen porting in, gets the headshot. You love to see it. Dawn just capitalizing on the positioning here, grabs another kill. Koldamenta goes down, but it's just a single Cypher versus the world here. 3 against 1. Can he get it done? Or is he
the Dawn pop-off?
Zypen?
Are we going to see his 3K now? Everyone gets their time on the highlight reel this series.
Boom, headshot.
Oh my
Hardest
gosh.
hopping right in there. 10-2 now as we switch sides.
Hardest is just playing a different game at this point. Flying in there, he's just saying, hey man, I'm willing to throw down the gauntlet just as hard as you guys were in game 1. And when it comes down to now 3 points away from being able to pull this one out, SW are on the brink of qualifying here. Unless Zypengo have anything to say about it, and the pistol round will be what starts it off.
So excellent job on defense. Tons of multi-kills. Dawn, Hardest, Kagasi all stepping up at various points here. T-Sack and Holda, of course, holding it down as the more stationary defensive characters. Cypher and Sage, they're going to stay on site. Obviously going to get less frags as a result, but all of it coming together now for an incredibly dominant half. As we switch sides now, you can see a couple of ghosts, some people opting for the small armor instead. Zypan going to be very aggressive on the defense, but will not actually run into anyone. Cypher is going to lock that up instead to prevent Raze from just freely moving toward their backsides. And B, it looks like it is going to be the option here.
Yeah, and I like that early aggression once you see the smoke come out, because hold on, Koldamenta going to be walling up here, and this is what we were talking about earlier with A or B executes are so much easier when you can split the site in 2.
Wow.
Meadow's gonna find 1, find 2, but Dawn's gonna trade back 2 immediately. I think he got a collat there with the Ghost. Double headshot lined up for him. Xiao didn't quite spot anyone out with that owl drone, but Shadows going to be grabbing a kill there. 3v2 as trying to make their way back up to the bomb. Shadow Lul's popping off a little bit here. He's looking for one more kill, but Xiao's going to be the one that brings it home as ZypenGoKill find their win in the pistol.
Okay, pistol round win, defense win, new half, new me, perhaps, as we have seen actually Project SW do this exact same thing where, you know, they could not get it together on attack, but once it came to defending, they had the slight edge all the way into overtime. We see a Bulldog, a couple of Bulldogs, actually 3 Bulldogs in tow against pure pistols. So ZypenGoKill not letting up at all. They're going to take full advantage of that pistol round win, while Project SW just banking as much as they can, hoping to get some kills on the way to the next round.
Yeah, you might as well zero out your econ after a win like that because you need to be taking this all the way to the bank. You cannot afford to drop a thrifty like this, but Meadow's gonna be the one to start things along here. Sonar Hero not gonna find anyone out there, but just B-hopping onto site. It's a shooting gallery for Zypon. And that's just going to be 4 kills racked up very quickly there. Project SW, a round you expect to lose, but 10-4 is the score.
Yeah, Meadow nets himself a triple kill, so getting himself to the top of the frag list on the defensive side, but everyone's still in the negatives on the ratio there. Meadow at a 9 and 11, Hardest on the other side 21 and 6. It obviously shows in the stat line at the top, but now everyone's got their ARs, everyone's got their comfort weapons and armor. So the attackers here, what will they choose to do now that they're on more even footing? Spike's going to be left mid. It looks like actually a default push where basically everyone approaches a different site. And Angel finding that very first kill gets tied up very quickly there as Xiao drops, and A site might be the option.
Yeah, that was a couple good kills right away as Angel's just going to pop his teleport
2
over.
feet away. Yep, I'm not sure what happened there.
You know, sometimes walking gets tiring, but killing on Hardest never gets old for Angel there as he's going to pick up 2 frags in the round so far, setting themselves up on a good foot. But it does look like for now, Project SW are trying to commit onto this site. Omen is trying to rotate back away here. So it's going to be a swing out. The jump actually spots him out. So rotations are coming through, but Coldamenta's going to be the one to start things off. Heal is on and bomb is going down. Angel is still lurking around here. They're going to have to swing hard on him if they want to, but I like the wall. Just puts up the defense, says you have one way in, one way out. Didn't actually get the bomb planted, though. Still trying to bait people forward. Angel finding a 3rd kill. Zypon going to be picking up the last one there. Zypon go kill, deterring that for once again. Another round win. That's 3 in a row now.
I think this map might be defensive favored. I'm not sure. It's 13 defensive wins against 2 attack wins, but, you know, whatever. We'll see how this continues on. We've got a couple of sheriffs in tow. Again, we're in a position where Project SW just need to rely on utility, stalling, burning clock. That's going to give them the best opportunity here. Obviously, going against the ARs, with pistols, you don't want to give them any long range angles, so I do expect them to be recessed back in. I don't see any shotguns in tow, so probably going to be playing this back as far as possible, but 10-5 is your scoreline now. It was just 10-2 a moment ago, so attackers struggling here against the Zypon Go Kill defense.
Yeah, and if the map is not attacker or defender side, it seems that in this series, it's whoever does not have 10 rounds sighted. As right now, Zypon Go Kill are looking to kind of repeat the performance from the inverse scenario as lurking around in the mid lane. Shadow's very close here. We'll find one onto Hardest. I think he headshot him, but I think it clipped the wall and ended up leaving him at 5 HP. Coldamenta is going to be on here. He might just be able to dedicate the plant to at least get the money, but now the situation's looking really winnable. He's thinking about going for the res, but no, Meadow's gonna snipe them out before he can get that opportunity. Finding a second one as he swings onto T-Sack there. That almost looked doable for SW, but Zypon Go Kill are gonna clutch it out in the end, getting 2 kills and burying that round.
Yeah, Meadow looked very good there. Shadow lulls obviously with the double before that at that close angle, so Zypon Go Kill, you know, once they force people to come to them, it's like shooting fish in a barrel, it seems. They're literally just racking up the kills, not too much effort, 3 or 4 people alive every round. And Project SW, now they are back on assault rifles. Obviously, that was a pistol round for some of them, so any kills that they could get would be beneficial. But now we're back on even footing, and 10-6 is your score. C is actually going to get explored here for the first time. They're just going to shoot blindly to try and ward off any close defenders, but it looks like Omen and Breach are not going to be deterred. They're just going to keep their angles.
Yeah, the smoke dissipates. Not going to find a frag there, but swinging out from the corner. That's going to be Hardest actually winning on that one. Angel not quite finding the frag, and the heal will at least get him back up to 100 HP, but that's an opening kill to start things off. And in the wake of that, Project SW rotating back to their spawn. Their spawn. 1 minute on the clock. They can play around with the time they have and the man advantages they earned.
So A site looking appealing, obviously, from where we sit. B site actually somewhat soft as well, but Zypon gets Hardest through the door. That's a rough blow to the momentum, but the res comes back in to keep it a 5v4 advantage for Project SW, and now with the res committed, they know their time is getting low, and Showstopper is drawn, but where is he going to fire this thing? Can he actually score those kills? He gets a double! Zypan knew exactly how to angle that hardest, and T-Sock nowhere to go. Koldamenta and Dawn falling as well. Defense looking so strong here for Zypan Go Kill, but there's another one for Kagasi. He's not done yet.
Yeah, Kagasi's looking to make this one work. 10 seconds on the clock, so doesn't have the most amount of footing to really work with, but finding an exit frag, or not really an exit frag, but just one extra kill before the round is closed out, it's not a bad spot to be in. And with Zypan Go Kill on a streak of now 5 wins, are we going back to overtime, Tashi? It really is all coming down to this. I think I've seen this movie before, but maybe it was a couple different actors. Is this a remake or is this an adaptation?
This is a new story, a new chapter entirely. This is George R.R. Martin's next installment. Everybody dies multiple times here, but Kagasi hopping around here with the knife out. They are struggling here on offense. They've got Spectres in tow this time. Again, sort of on the weaker side when it comes to, you know, the op and full kits that you see on the defense. So every other round is a struggle for Hardest & Company when they're on even footing to get a few kills, but they cannot seem to clutch it up. And Zypan Go Kill keeping themselves in this game after a very, very tough start. Very admirable from them. Showstopper gonna get denied immediately.
Yeah, Shadow gonna fire off a good round there to deny that one, while Zypan gonna deny Dawn from entering in on the site. Kagasi's gonna have his work cut out for him, but no, Zypan coming alive here now. 3 kills. He may have just remembered why his team has the name it does, and he's flinging himself back into the top frag for his team.
Zypan, stay kill. Just stay in one spot. Don't go out to them. Just stay and kill. But the money is obviously just stacked on the side of the defense. They can do whatever they want here. Offense, again, struggle bus. That was actually all their money. It wasn't even a full AR round. They were missing armor on a couple folks, so now they're really down in the trenches here, spending a little bit. You can see they're all staying above 1,700 so they can have a better AR round next time, but they need utility kills. They need pistol headshots. It's really tough when you're outmatched on firepower, and wow, look at that, the shock dart kill. Haven't seen too many of those today, and Shao lighting them up at A.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Project SW, what we have seen enough of today is Zypan Go Kill just opening up so many frags before it feels like an execute has even come out. But now with 2 members left versus 4, they're gonna need to pull some tricks out of the rabbit's hat. Says they want to pull this one out of this round. I mean, you know, like you mentioned, it was an eco round. The money's not looking great, so SW. You're kind of okay with giving... Oh, that's tragic.
The dart hit a light bulb.
Oh, okay. My gosh. Somebody left
T-Sack gets vision on Raze. Omen going to send smoke from long distance here, though. 2 players against 4. C-Site is actually soft. So Omen did a good job distracting.
And no tripwires as well.
But
until they pop that one. Gonna have their way in here. They should be able to get at least a bomb plant if they want to stick it, but T-Sack trying to find a good position to start this round off. Garage control being taken immediately by Zypan Go Kill. They're looking for the retake as soon as Omen gets here.
So he spots 2 in there. He does have the Sova ultimate actually to light them up. Gets a kill. Very nice. Again, Kagasi with the headshot follow-up. Trying to reveal anyone he can. There are 2 defenders there in the CT. It is 2v2 situation. Sova gets popped, but all the defenders are down. Thrifty success for Project SW, and they snap their streak of losses. They get an attack on the board. Finally, they are only 2 rounds away from qualifying. Zypan Go Kill still only 5 rounds away from qualifying.
Oh, Kagasi clutching up huge for that one with the Hunter's Fury and just swinging out. I was so worried because although they didn't know, that situation could have gone so much worse if the guy coming in from CT side of C-Site, if he pushes out, that immediately drops Kagasi before he's able to find that kill, and that puts a hard situation on for T-Sack, but they end up making it work for them in the end. two rounds left to win out, while Zype and Go are only 3 rounds behind.
Ooh,
Really-
what a spicy shot! Angel removes Hardest from this planet. Sage, nowhere nearby. Cannot do anything about that. The Omen still sticking at the door is a bit risky, as Angel has got the hot hand right now. Sova Ultimate Shao getting on the board this time. I've never seen so many Sova Ultimate kills in a tournament, to be honest. These guys are really on point with it. And Angel still just watching that door. The enemy Omen's right there.
Yeah, the follow-ups have been working out for them so far. Now, Projects SW is 3 to 5. You can just kind of opt to save. You did just get your win, so if your econ is not looking great, I wouldn't mind a save opportunity, but it looks like they are going on to the A site. A leaking breach. He's gonna find a kill on Nicole Demenza while he's distracted, trying to knock down Shao, and this is a hard situation for Kagasi, but missing that shot's gonna make it even harder. Now the last remaining member, Dawn. Don't think he has much of a chance to get much done, but hey, fortune favors the bold, and he might find 2 if he is so bold. As the smoke's gonna dissipate soon. There it is. He's gonna find 1. He's gonna swing out, but Meadow was lower than he thought, aimed a little too high, and that's gonna be Zype and Go, bringing it back to 2 round difference.
11 to 9. Project SW, only 1 successful attack so far, and you can see they're not even defuses. They are just getting gunned down in the streets here. Time ran out one time as well, so they are struggling to even get the bomb planted. Even though their individual kills are looking pretty good still, I mean, it's just a matter of Shadow Lulz actually stepping it up now on defense a bit. I will give him some credit here, but Project SW moving forward. Looks like a heavy A crunch, and Omen is backing away from A right away, which is interesting.
Yeah, a lot of Omen smokes are coming out, and they're going to use the Omen ult there to try and get some information, so they will at least know that one person is sitting on the A site. And on an A execute, they have a couple members already rotated over, so they're going to have 3 to try and fight through. There's a lot of smokes, a lot of chaos, but it looks like Project SW are pushing onto the site for now. 2 kills on both ends are ringing through. Flinging right out there onto Shao. He will knock him down, and Shao's going to find a 3rd one there. Kagasi finally going to put him down and put an end to his run. He's going to put a 2nd one down, as he will eventually go down. Meadow swinging out on him while a boombot was just kind of dropped on his noggin.
Yeah.
Project SW now 1 member left. He's gonna swing out, but Meadow gonna put him down. That was an explosive round, and Zype and Go come out on top of the chaos in the end.
Absolutely. You never know who's going to get a triple. Shao looking real good there, as well as the rest of his squad just cleaning things up. Project SW just struggling. And I mean, again, this is another tale of 2 halves. They were up 10 to 2 at the half. Now struggling to put together an offense, and I don't know what it's going to take. I mean, they've full forced a single site a couple of times now and have still come up empty, even not able to plant. So 11 to 10, Project SW on the offense. They're doing a default push across all 3 sites. Angel immediately shutting down Hardest, really puts a damper on their day. I don't know what they're going to be able to do to recover from that. Maybe Sage. Well, I'm not sure what Sage is doing either. Maybe just watching to see if Omen pushes through.
Right, and you know, you talked about it earlier, just so many of the members of Zype and Go Kill finally starting to step up a bit. I feel like definitely we've seen Angel get a lot of just impact frags very, very early on in these rounds, and it just puts the pressure that much further on SW. And now you're 2 rounds away from winning, but you're also 2 rounds away from losing your lead. It's all going to be coming down to this. A lot of members just lurking around. Right now,
Ooh.
A seems to be the hit. That's going to be a pop there, but Don's going to give away his position as he's in a little bit of a rough spot. He can't quite leave his spot in mid, but Kagasi going to be firing off the Hunter's Fury there. Teleported right behind him. There's an Omen ult. But Dawn's going to be the one who found a kill there, finds the 2nd one onto Shadow Lulz. He's putting in decent work for this one, while Meadow's trying to swing out into sight here. Finally, Dawn's going to be dropped, but not before it's turned into a 3-for-3.
Yep, 3v3 situation. They have the spike down. This is actually a rare opportunity for them to try to get this attack around and push it to tournament point if they can keep it up. But Shao and Meadow walk out together, get 2 kills instantly. Shao pops another triple off, and suddenly it's 11 to 11. Oh my goodness, they're going to get that full defuse, and now we are in a tie game. Somehow, after that explosive start from Hardest and Company, just looking absolutely dominant, it's literally just too hard to attack a site. No one can get it done, and they're out of cash. I mean, they're going to get a half buy here. They're going to do what they can, but they are definitely on the back foot, and if they choose to spend, they're at a disadvantage on what could be tournament points. So they are going to stick with the Sheriffs. They're going to keep money in the bank so they can have the best possible next round, but this one is scary for them. Xiao, Meadow, both stepping up huge now in these last couple of rounds. I just saw a whisper.
Right, and I'm gonna choose not to read that one. I don't want to risk any more spoilers in this intense of a match as Xipon's gonna start things off with a kill onto Dawn. Fortunately, you don't have to be too stressed about that. As you did mention, it is sort of a eco round from them, as Hardest is going to get dropped as well. Xipon's finding a third one onto Coldamenta.
Who's going to get the triple this time? It's Xipan, and Tsac finds the headshot on Shadow Lulz, but probably not going to be enough now that Xiao is showing up now to take him down. A lone attacker, Kagasi with just a Sheriff. He can stay or go. I mean, they put themselves in positions for the next round, so maybe he can click ahead before he gets taken down. We'll see if he can at least get that. But they know he's there, and he's not going to be able to do it. Xipan, 4 kills with the little clutch animation for his little blue buddy.
Right, and that was honestly an okay round for SW to just take the loss. You're going to be going into overtime ideally once again, but
it could be all over.
What's that?
This could be all over right here.
It could be.
Only one attack
absolutely
round.
Could be. And that's sort of the question is, if you're SW, are you coming out with your hands on your head or on the trigger of your gun? And right now, Xipan Go Kill have the opportunity to put this one away.
Nowhere to run. Sova ultimate starting things off. Long range. Xiao gets the kill. Xipan gets a kill as well. Xipan Go Kill putting themselves in excellent position. There's attackers in C long. Hardest already pushing through into Garage. But they are down 3-5. They already used their ultimate. They know that they're going to be swarmed here. Spike is planted, so they at least have the clock working with them. But Xipan, Showstopper, gets the job done. Suddenly, only 2 players remain. The rest is going to get committed. Project SW, oh, they're all going to fall. And Xipan Go Kill will qualify 2-1 after being down 10-2 at the beginning of this game 3. Xipan gets a triple. Xiao gets a triple. Meadow gets a triple. They're all over the place. And defeat says the board here for Project SW. Xipan Go Kill taking the series. What a ridiculous series. 13-1, 15-13, and then 13-11. Actually crazy. Xipan and company bringing it back from the absolute edge to get this qualification. Amazing.
Can you even ask for a better series than that? Game 1, we would have written them all off. We would have thought that was all over. It was just, whoa, game 1 complete slap, and we thought for a moment that we would just be writing them off. We're like, all right, Xipan Go Kill are going to qualify with such a dominant performance, and then going into game 2, it looked to be the same story, but then almost like a curse of the 10-round mark, Project SW get there, and then just can't quite close it out. Xipan Go Kill go on a spree of aggressive patterning on that offense. And honestly, I couldn't ask for a better series. Thank you again to everyone tuning in. Thank you to Phil for being our observer for this one, sticking it out with us over the long hours of all of these games. And thank you again, Ask Joshy, for having me on tonight. It was a ton of fun. It was a long series, but in the end, we're gonna make it all work. And as we're cresting out of this one, we have another exciting qualifier bracket tomorrow, but I would only hope for matches quite as good as this one.
Yeah, super fun, super entertaining. Everything is better when the players are at their top performance, and we saw just ridiculous plays left and right. Every single player that you see here on the scoreboard had their moments today. Actually just ridiculous play, and I'm so glad we got to spectate some of these best teams in Europe in the open scene here. Xipan Go Kill, Project SW, Team Bonk, all the rest that we spectated today all have the potential to keep working on their game, and we're going to see Xipan Go Kill playing against the top teams in Europe later this week as they earn their qualification into the €15,000 Allied Esports Odyssey. Make sure you follow Allied Esports on Twitter for more information on those future casts. But as for us, Ask Joshy and Dr. No and Phil, will you be back with us tomorrow as well? I think 4 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m.
Yes,
Central
I definitely
Europe.
will.
And we'll be definitely happy to have you, Phil. So looks like the chat is aware that Zypango Kill qualified. Someone let it loose, and you can see the purple stars just flooding now. But congratulations to Zypango Kill. Congrats to all their fans as well who showed up in force to cheer for their favorite players. I saw a big French contingent as well as Hardest. Has a lot of friends in the space, it seems. So thanks so much, and I'm glad you guys joined us again tomorrow. Same deal, Zypango Kill already qualified, but everyone else has another opportunity